Somebody asked me if a balloon rocket worked by accelerating mass out the stem, or if it worked by pushing off of the air in the room. And so I've set up this demonstration to try to answer that question. I have a balloon attached to a 90-degree elbow here so it can hang without twisting the apparatus. And I have my jet pipe here, and I have a small styrofoam plug in the end. And then I have a powerful vacuum cleaner set up here. So we'll be able to see if it can overcome the suction of the vacuum cleaner with a thrust of air that's obviously moving much slower than the vacuum cleaner air. The vacuum cleaner moves a lot of air really fast, and so it'll want to suck this in. And so this is a test to see if the balloon still produces thrust even though the air is moving away from it faster than it's pushing the air. So here's my setup. The balloon is hanging on a yardstick that can swing freely, and it's lined up pretty much to that vacuum cleaner inlet. And the reason I did the 90 degrees is because if the balloon was out here, when it was inflated, it would imbalance this thing and tip it over, and then when it deflated, it would hang down. And so I wanted something that wouldn't change the center of gravity to make it easier to see what was going on. Now we will see what effect the vacuum cleaner has on when the balloon is not producing thrust. Now we will turn on the vacuum cleaner, uncork the balloon, and see how it deals with that kind of tailwind. So you can see that while the balloon was producing thrust, it readily overcame the suction of the vacuum cleaner. Even when momentum carried it into it, it still pushed it back out. And the reason it was swinging was because it started swinging when the first thrust of energy came in. It swings. But remember, it kept out, it stayed out, it wouldn't go in until finally it quit producing thrust, and it sucked it right in. I'm going to try it a little bit closer. Okay, now I've moved it so the straw is actually inside the end of the vacuum cleaner tube, and let's give it a try. So it can actually fly out of this wind tunnel using the small amount of thrust that it's generating from the straw. And since the wind in the straw is much slower than the wind from the vacuum cleaner, I would say that pretty much it has to be Newton's law and not just pushing off the air. Because how could it be pushing off air that was moving away from it faster than it was moving, right?